I know you don't really like his comedy or his podcast, but Bobby Lee does a thing where he doesn't let his guests talk until he introduces them. And so just to be a dick, he will talk for like forever so that they can't say anything. He'll go for like 5-10 minutes sometimes.
Feels like what you're doing right now.
I wasn't trying. All right. So, hey, Katie, do you know I have a podcast?
No, I actually was not aware.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're just like, he just owns all this stuff. And
yeah, when you start setting up curtains in the living room, I'm like, wow, I wonder what he's doing in there.
Extra curtains, yeah. Looks great, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you didn't know, I have a podcast. It's called Classroom Brew.
Wow.
And you know the really cool thing?
No.
I now have koozies for my podcast.
God.
Doesn't it look great?
And you're using it.
I know. I'm the first person to
You're
ever
using it, but
use
you're
one.
also, you're drinking out of a glass.
Yeah, I didn't have a bottle because, COVID closure. And this is what I had. So it fits.
Okay.
You thought I was going to break it?
Yeah.
The koozie or the...
The koozie.
No, see, here's the thing about my koozies, is that these are 100% quality materials. The best of the best. I know it won't fit your glass right now. What are you drinking, by the way?
I'm drinking a nice glass of crisp white Franzia boxed wine.
Hell yeah.
Only the good stuff.
Yeah, it's like an IV drip, but you just didn't take it.
Tastes like warm water. That's what it tastes like. So.
Do you want some ice?
No.
Yeah, I've got a rum and mango. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed in that mango juice I got. I had this great memory of it, but it's not as
the Arizona?
Yeah, it's not as flavorful as I thought it was when I first had it, but it's all good. Well, you know where you can get one of these amazing koozies that won't break no matter what?
I was actually going to ask, how do I get my hands on one?
Yeah, that's what I thought. And if you wanted to get your hands on one, you can go to patreon.com/classroombrew. And not only will you get an option of getting a koozie, but you also get access to so much bonus content. Do you know what I mean by bonus content, Katie?
No, what does that mean?
So there can be behind the scenes stuff. There can be bonus episodes. A lot of times you'll get little... You okay?
Yeah, it was poking me. I thought it was...
It's like a wire. How is it poking you?
It was going like this.
Oh, you found a way.
It did it twice. I was
it's literally called the safety wire because of the coil. So you found a way to get hurt with the safety wire.
It didn't hurt.
So you can get behind the scenes bonus content. You can get exclusive episodes that won't even be released to the general public.
That's amazing.
And then, of course, what can you get?
A koozie.
Ugh, good, right?
Wow.
So,
It's
Katie,
impressive.
This podcast that I have called Classroom Brew, it's a podcast that feels a lot like Teacher Happy Hour. And I know that you're not a teacher, but, we're doing our social distancing, so I haven't really talked to most of my teacher
Is that
people.
why we're 6 feet away from each other?
We
right
are
now?
very far away, aren't we?
Yeah.
That was not on purpose. CVS did it. They have little green tape on the carts for when I checked out from when I got my Arizona and floss. And,
I wouldn't know I can't leave the house.
I mean, you can. You just got to, play it safe and then violently wash your hands when you get home.
Yeah, violently, yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, I told you when we were doing the revolving door, I was like, don't use your hands. And you went, what? And you put your hand right on the...
Because you said it
Three
while
times.
you were going through the door.
Said it
so
three
by
times.
the time you said it, you were already in it and I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, and that's fine. And I said it 3 times and that's okay. But,
And I wasn't listening any one of those times.
Move a little closer to the mic there. Don't lick it.
This
Ew.
close?
So with all this COVID stuff, it's been kind of a weird time for me because as a teacher, I'm still getting my salary. Kids aren't really doing anything because there's not really access. I've talked about that on previous episodes, so I won't go into it. But it's also a chance for, I get to branch out. So there's not a lot of alternatives for me to do during the summer because I also coach. But right now, I get to do this voiceover. And I don't know about you, but if it were, would you buy an audiobook with my voice? I'm truly asking. You're probably going to insult me, and that's fine. But I want the honest truth.
Well, number one, I'm not going to buy an audiobook.
Well, sure.
Because
but
I'm
let's
not
say you
going to
did.
pay attention to an audiobook.
Well, true. But let's say it was an actual audiobook. It's a celebrity autobiography. It's comedic. That's your lane, right? Your genre of book.
Do I know you? Or
It's
is
not
it just
me. I'm just a narrator.
I know, but you're asking would I buy a book if you...
Just based on my voice. So as you listen to me right now, for example, chapter 1, what do you think?
I mean, I don't have any criteria for people reading.
But could you do this? Could you do this for 3 hours? I don't know.
I do it for 24 hours here. So
got him.
I
During the
think I
COVID
could
thing?
handle it. I think I'm good.
I was talking to a few friends of mine about this. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to out the project or anything. But I'm doing as a male voiceover person, narration on Fiverr, I'm doing this for a female author, and it's a relationship book designed for women. It doesn't fit for me. You know what I'm saying? Or like I'm telling the story about my friend Jen, but like I don't have a friend named Jen that
Let me tell you
went
this.
on a date with a guy.
Let me tell you this. It's called acting.
Ooh, is it?
Ooh.
Not an actor though.
But that's what voiceover work is.
Yeah, it is. The way I put it is I'm a male voiceover person with a female author trying to take the male perspective for the purpose of helping women find their man. And I don't want to say the rest because it's part of, I don't want to give away the title, but the slogan was, you catch that? That's my reaction to the slogan.
Oh.
Now, for you, acting wise, you also have another alternative because right now, both of your part-time jobs, they're on hold.
Technically, I was terminated, so.
Well,
for one of them.
Every single person was, though, for that one.
Wow, I can't even feel special in being terminated. Wow.
The last time you were on this podcast that you didn't know about, you had no clue, you never done this before, right? But the last time you were on this podcast, we actually were plugging your YouTube channel because we did a test to see if you could ace like a high school. I made like some.
Oh, and I just absolutely did not. Didn't I fail it?
You failed it, yeah.
Yeah.
Like 57.
But it was history, and I've always been very bad at history.
I think you said that when we were on the episode too. That was at least like in the 30s, 40s, or 50s. So we're talking over 100 weeks ago. A little closer.
Is that good?
That's so
Oh my God, let's do ASMR.
No. So what happened with the channel? Why did it stop? What's the dealio? You had a huge opportunity getting some airtime with me to plug your stuff. And then I think that was your last video, wasn't it? You stopped after that.
Yeah, you did it. You made me stop YouTube.
No, why did you stop? Seriously.
I have a short attention span and I didn't want to.
Well, I mean, you did it for 6 months to a year? Something
Not
like that?
a year.
No?
No. I think less than 6 months.
Okay. Well, what was the main challenge with that? Like, why were you like, no, not this?
Because I wasn't making anything that I cared about. I was just making it for the sake of putting something out once a week. And I was like, no, that's not why.
You enjoyed a few of them, though. You were like, I really liked this one. This one was fun.
Yeah, but then I couldn't think of another. Like, the ideas I kept having were just like, I didn't care about it. So I was like, why? I'm not going to do this if I don't want to. If
Sure.
I don't like feel excited about it.
Yeah, I get that. I did a couple with you, didn't I?
2.
Yeah. No, I was just curious because I remember we did the thing and then I was like, oh, because I would always ask every so often, like, what's your video this week? And you're like, I don't know. I'd be like, isn't this your day to post? And you're like, yeah, I didn't do one. And that's fine. Do you think you'll do it now that we've got all this? Like, I'm doing this voiceover stuff because someone thinks that my voice is good for narration. Would you want to start your YouTube channel again? Maybe do one during this time?
If I get a good idea. I'm not going to force myself to do it just because I'm bored. I feel like that would just annoy me. I would rather like do something when I'm bored that like I want to do, like something that I enjoy passing the time with.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I don't think if I was editing something that I didn't care about, it would just annoy me.
Right. Yeah, because you're just losing that time then
Yeah,
versus.
I'm like, this is you. Well, I am losing time scrolling through all social media, so.
Yeah, but you enjoy
I'm
that.
losing time. Yeah, that's
that.
true.
You do spend an absorbent amount of time on that, though.
I'm just absorbing all of the knowledge.
Isn't that like what you spend your last 3 to 4 hours of your day? And by that, I mean like from about 11
When you
PM
go to
until
bed
2.
around like 10 or 11,
Mhm.
I am usually up until 2 or 3 in the morning on TikTok.
That's
Like
disgusting.
solely on TikTok.
Also, way to out my teacher bedtime. He just
Are
breathes.
you ashamed of your time you go to
I
bed?
think that's a decent time if I,
I
get
would
up at
much
5.
rather go to bed at 10 or 11 than
You
stay
can.
up till 2 in the
You
morning.
still
But I don't
can.
get tired. See, it's a vicious cycle.
Yeah, because of the blue light in your phone.
Yes, exactly. But like, I can't just like one day decide to go to bed at 10 p.m.
I mean, you can. That's a rough night.
I will never go to bed. I will literally just sit in bed,
It's
not being
either.
asleep until the same time I go to bed.
It's a good thing you don't get up at 5 a.m. You can. Are you burping?
Yep.
Yeah. Just change this octave. Don't do it in the microphone. You used to do that in your videos. Don't do that here.
It was a theme.
Cut that. That's not a theme. What would you call that? What would that category be?
Themes.
Your burp is a. Anyway, what was one of your favorite ones that you did on the channel? Because I know you had at least one or two that you were like, oh, that was a good one.
The best one, I think, objectively. I swear to God, I'm gonna
Move
punch
the
you
mic
from
closer, girl.
How is that helpful?
Swivel it. Swivel it closer. There you go. Oh my God, look at that.
Well, I think objectively, the best one I made was the one where I make a pizza.
Oh, the dollar store pizza?
Yeah.
I remember that
like,
one.
I watch it and I laugh.
How many times have you watched it?
Not recently.
How many times have you watched it in total?
Probably a few times. I mean, I edited it, so I obviously watched it.
True.
But like, and that one doesn't have like, that's not even the one with the most views on the channel at all. Not even anywhere
You had one
near.
that blew up, didn't you?
I have one that it's still.
Few that blew up.
No, it's
hair
just
dye.
one.
Hair dye.
Yeah, that one still gets views. I think it's at like 85,000.
Okay, yeah, that for
I
me
have,
that's
I
huge.
have over 1,200 subscribers. I literally got more subscribers when I stopped making videos than when I was making weekly videos.
So that's just reinforcing.
And I would like someone to explain that to me.
Is it reinforcing you not wanting to make videos then?
No.
Should we post this on yours?
No. I'm not putting a podcast on my YouTube channel. What would be the point?
I don't know.
That's
I have a
for
YouTube channel.
That's for your YouTube channel.
I don't really focus on the YouTube channel though. Maybe I should more. But you know where you can get video episodes of the podcast, Katie?
Where's that?
Patreon.com/classroombrew. Remember
Oh my
that
God.
bonus content we talked about earlier?
I do recall that. Yes.
So that is what counts as bonus content or exclusive content if you want to get really fancy.
Wow.
So if you wanted to get those full-length video podcast episodes and not just the highlight clips, you can go to patreon.com/classroombrew. Did you like that one?
That was good.
That was really good.
It
I didn't
was
plan
impressive.
that. That was 100% you on that one.
I believe it.
So with the whole COVID thing, I'm just curious.
That old thing.
Me doing teaching from home. What's your observation of my teach from home strategy based on what we have to work with right now?
I'm usually in a different room.
Well, I told you I made those review games, right, for my
Mhm.
AP kids, and only like 2 kids did it, and only like half of them did that. So out of the 120 kids I have this year, we're talking less than 5% of the kids are interacting with the stuff I'm giving them to do. And it's fine. It's fine. All that wasted effort. It's all good. It's all good. But we just were told that we have a few digital meetings next week. This won't post till those meetings are well past us, but we're going to get more directives on what we should be doing. I don't know what's going to change. Nothing can change. Our kids don't have
They don't have access to computers.
Computers or Wi-Fi. I know that Xfinity's offering free Wi-Fi to students or whatever, and some of them have the Chance the Rapper tablets, but like they can't do a lot of stuff, and you can't ensure that it's equitable to all kids.
Yeah, they're basically just losing this half of the year.
Yeah, well, they lost the SAT. They're not doing. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. Probably a good thing. But imagine if you were just mid-school year. They're like, yeah, we're just not going to do the SAT this year.
So are they doing the ACT?
They've never done it as long as I've been a teacher. Just SAT.
Oh, like at your school?
Yeah, in place of the
Oh,
ACT.
I get it.
Now, some kids do it, but it's like on a Saturday. But our school-wide thing is SAT.
There's no way they do an ACT exam after this.
You mean
they
SAT?
can't gather?
Yeah.
Well, either of those.
Well,
Like
yeah, they can't.
Anywhere.
Especially
they can't gather.
because then the kids would have to pay for it, and our kids can't afford that.
Oh.
But like, how does it work with college? Or what if you're a senior and this is your last year and you need X number of requirements? Or
Well, don't you take the whatever exam you take?
well, yeah,
junior
that's
year?
as a separate thing though. So as a junior, yes, your SAT. Maybe just do it as a senior. That might solve
I
it.
get what you.
But
yeah.
like, if you're a senior gearing up for college, and suddenly it's like, well, you didn't have a second semester really. Like
they can't. Well, I feel like I don't know how it's gonna work. It's all just a mess. It's honestly just gonna have to be like pass or fail situation. Especially for your kids don't have access to anything. They can't do anything, and there's no way we are reconvening this year at all.
I already know where I draw the line. If you've missed more than 20 days out of 22 days of this semester, not getting the pass.
That's understandable,
Yeah.
I'd say.
I got an email where a student that I have seen literally less than 5 times in class for more than 30 seconds, she asked me, why is my grade not going up? I did all that work for you.
Huh.
And I was like, oh, those 2 assignments you did all year? Yeah, I don't know why your grade's not going up.
Riddle me that.
The audacity.
The audacity.
How long have we been going, actually?
I don't know. I'm not paying attention.
Oh, shit.
It's almost like we're dating and we talk to each other all the time.
It
It almost is like that.
It's almost like we have like some sort of like a spark or
Like
some chemistry.
Some chemistry.
Oh my God.
we were just
Do you guys
the
feel that through the
same
air?
thing. Do you guys hear that?
Oh my God. Do you think she's into me, guys? Oh my
No.
God. Oh, what a letdown.
Yeah, no.
So this is the second stoppage that our kids have had, though, because we had the strike.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't paid during that time. And then we have this one. this one's going a lot longer. And I promise you, if I don't get a perfect evaluation for my use of technology in the classroom, I did the podcast unit, right, for the kids for US for conspiracies. And they came to observe me, the network. They observed everybody, but like little drop-ins, like a walkthrough. And do you know what they said?
They were impressed.
They were, they said a lot of nice things, but there's always like the good, the wonderings, and then the improvement areas, right? I forget what they call them, like the glows, the grows, and the wonderings. Anyways, they're always very generic, but they always hit on a couple points. One, they want to see that we're using frequent formative assessment, so checking in on the kids. And two, they want to see either discourse or writing, sometimes both. Now, if you're doing a podcast, what's the number one thing you're using or doing with someone?
Let's see. You're using discourse and technology.
So do you know what they said they didn't see evidence of when they were literally there when I had kids recording a podcast and the other kids were researching and finishing their script writing and talking about what they should do next? They said they didn't see any evidence of student discourse.
Were they high?
So I guess it's my job now. I have to somehow explain. And luckily my principal, she fought for me and was like, are you guys kidding? Let me explain what a podcast is and the whole project. So I had to provide evidence of what we did the entire unit. And I guess I didn't have to, but she asked, she was like, hey, can we just check off these boxes so that they'll be like, oh, got it. And after all that, when I sent them all my stuff showing like, hey, they've been researching, they've been using reading and writing skills, discussing, using technology, creating, which by the way, there's this like chart with like the 4 quadrants of rigor. And I literally was checking off every single box almost every single day. And at the very end of it, all this effort to show them, here's the awesome things that we're doing in my room right now for this project-based learning. They decided, all right, well, we'll put it as not applicable. Yeah. So they said like 5 classrooms did not have evidence of student-to-student discourse. 10 classrooms did, and 1 got an N/A, and that was me. Not applicable. How is that not applicable?
So annoying.
They're not listening. So dumb.
No.
Anyway. Well, I know you're not going to start your YouTube channel unless you want to start an awesome video. Maybe we'll do like a COVID vlog. I don't know. You used to do
COVID vlog. What am I going to do? Vlog the journey from the bed to the kitchen?
Yeah, time lapse.
And then the bed again?
Just a time lapse of...
That would make me so ashamed. I would be so embarrassed if someone saw me in this period. If anyone could see what I've looked and smelled like right now, that would be so embarrassing.
Yeah, they can smell you through the microphone. It's a new feature.
Really? If they could, no one would be listening.
Listening?
No.
No one would be smelling, listening. I like that. I mean, you've done your home workouts, though. Personally, I'm going to drive myself crazy because I don't like doing it because I want to actually go to my gym. But you're doing home workouts. You're doing stuff.
I've skipped 3 days out of the 1 week so far, so.
You can't do it every day, though. Especially because you're doing the Orange
Theory. I have so much time.
But you're doing the Orange Theory circuits, and like there's like no time for rest. It's like the same muscle groups. Like that's not.
Yeah, but I'm not sore anymore.
Well, yeah, because you have to up the like. If you're doing this in a gym, you'd have more resistance or more weight to put on. Weight like the stuff you're lifting.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, you gave like a, and I was like, oh boy.
I know it's just hard to be motivated when there's no reason to do anything.
You can almost see the gym if you go into the dining room or the kitchen.
You can see the gym.
Do you know how sad it is to see it and just be like, I miss her?
First of all, I can't relate to that.
Actually, true. You're working out more now than ever.
I've worked out more in this 1 week of quarantine than I have in the entire 2019 year.
And all it took was a pandemic to get you active, huh?
I don't understand my brain and the decisions it makes. It doesn't add up.
Is your brain really an extrinsic force?
Why are you going to use a word you know I don't understand?
Extrinsic, like think of like locus of control.
Can you just talk to me like I'm in 4th grade?
External, internal. So your brain,
I know what that means.
Your brain is an inside force. You're treating it like an outside force.
I don't understand what that even means. What you're saying to me.
So with that, guys, thanks so much for listening this week. If you haven't checked this out, and this is your first episode, there's plenty of other episodes. We've got over 135 some odd episodes that you can check out, including 2 or 3 that have Katy on them, right?
This is the third.
The third?
Yes.
Okay. So you kept track of that. The podcast
I
that
can
you didn't
remember
know.
some things.
True. Some things. There is a little bit of capacity during this week. But if you want to get that exclusive content or get this custom koozie that I've been using to have my drink, and it has Classroom Brew, it's on both sides, Katy.
You did mention that.
It is on both sides. That's the best part. It looks a lot like our logo. So you can get those at patreon.com/classroombrew. In addition to had a stroke. In addition to still having a stroke.
That's fun.
A bunch of other perks. So you get bonus content like behind the scenes looks. You get exclusive episodes. You get video episodes when everybody else just gets the audio. But the cool thing about Patreon is that you can pledge just $1, $4, or $7, depending on the tier, or an amount that you choose. So you can be a flat out patron, or you can subscribe to those 3 tiers. You know what we call them? The tiers?
Don't you call them different kinds of...
So the $1 tier is light beer.
Yeah.
Then we have craft beer at the $4 level. And the $7 level is mixed drink. Yeah. Patreon.com/classroombrew. Everybody else, thank you so much for everybody in general. Thank you so much for listening. Rate and review. Katy's doing weird things on the mic. Make sure I mute that because she's doing weird mouth noises. Ew. Rate and review, all that good stuff. And until next week,
class dismissed. You're not going to use mine, are you?
Ew.